Okay, so today we are going to learn how to apply mathematical operations like addition, subtraction on the algebraic expression or algebraic equations. Okay, so when I say algebraic equations, maybe we have to solve for the variable and then apply that value to the question you are asked to solve. Okay, so those things we are going to learn. So first, let's start with constant. So we learned that these are like 2, 3, 0.5, 1 by 4, 2, 2 by 3, anything involving numbers, these are constant. Okay, and when I have to apply any mathematical operations on that, let's say 2 plus 3, we know the answer, or 2 times 3, we know the answer, and 3 divided by 2, we know this answer, or 3 minus 2, or 2 minus 3, we know these answers. Okay, so far we have learned. Now today, let's say we have expressions with variable constants, say 3x plus 5x, what? We don't know, okay, because we did not learn, and you will say, what is this x? Where did it come from? So 3x means you added x plus x plus x like this. So there are 3x, and 5x means same thing, x plus x plus x plus x plus x. 5 times, yeah. Or in other term you can say you are multiplying x by 3, x by 5. But what will be the answer if I add these two? So far we have not learned. Okay, we have learned only about mathematical operations involving constant. So today we are going to talk about these. And another scenario may be there are two variables, 3x plus 5y, and then you are supposed to add 2x minus 5y. What will be the answer? We don't know. So these things we are going to learn today. So let's start with the simple examples. Okay. Okay, so same thing. If I say add 3x to 5x, so when we have to apply the mathematical operations to these algebraic expression or variables, while adding, subtracting, we have to make sure that these constants 3 and 5, they have been multiplied to the same variable. So if I say 3x plus 5y, the answer will remain same, because these two numbers 3 and 5 have different variables. Okay, so we cannot sum them, so answer will remain the same. But if they have the same variable, we can do this. 3 plus 5, we'll just add the constant and then multiply by x. So 3 plus 5, 8, and then the constant. And it's quite obvious what we learned previously. 3x means x plus x plus x. Okay, and 5x is x plus x plus x plus. Okay, so now count how many x are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8x. But if I say x plus x plus x, and then y plus y plus y for this one, so we cannot add x to y, so this will remain same thing, 3x plus 5y. This is the simplified form for this one, even if you have addition sign here. But for this one, the simplified form is 8x. Okay. same thing if I say 12x minus 3x. So you have to do the same thing. Subtract this constant 12 minus 3, which is 9, and then apply x. So basically one step is here, 12 minus 3 times x. Okay, so this is like adding x 12 times, this is adding x 3 times, or multiplying 12 with x. Okay, let me use the star sign for the multiplication. Minus 3, yeah, on the keyboard star is used for multiplication. So just to make sure that you are not getting confused with x and x, I use the star sign. Star sign is also used for the multiplication. So you can do here 12 minus 3. You can take x as a common thing, and then what is that mathematical operation here? 12 minus 3. So 12 minus 3 is 9 star x, which is 9x. So this is the steps to solve it. But you can just say, okay, here I have 12 as constant, 3 as constant, so I will just subtract 12 minus 3. It will give me 9, so it is 9x. But if you want to show all the steps, then you can do this. Okay. Now, if I say, okay, let's 3x plus 5y sum it to 2x plus 6y. So how are you going to do that? Same thing. What we learned earlier, we have to look for the expression with the same variable. So this one and this one, 5y and 6y, these two have y variable and these two have x. So while adding two mathematical expressions like this, where you have more than one variable, when you have one variable, you learned you have to just look for the constant, apply the expression to the constant. I'm not talking about the multiplication and division right now, just addition and subtraction. Okay, we'll go there. But first we'll learn addition and subtraction involving two variables, more than two variables, or n number of variables. So once you learn addition of two mathematical expression involving more than one variable, you can apply the same thing for n number of variables. It's easy. So what we have to do, we have to find, okay, what expressions have the same variables here, 5y and 6y. So I will sum them. So what will be the answer? 5 plus 6, 11y. And 3 plus 2 is 5x. And what is the symbol they have here, positive or negative? So if I not like this, you can get confused here. See, why is plus sign here? Because 5 had plus sign in front of it. 6 also had plus sign. So if we sum 5 and 6, it will give me positive 11, not negative 11. So that's why you have to look for the sign of these two numbers. Okay. Let me take you with another example. 3x plus 5y plus 2x minus 6y. Now we have different expression. Sorry, different mathematical operation. What we will do? Okay. So same thing. This has plus sign. 3. If sign is not there, it means it has plus sign. If it has sign here, it means it has negative sign. So these two, they don't have any sign. So it means positive sign. So 3 plus 2 is 5x. And here what you do? It's 5 minus 6. Okay. although it's plus here, but what is the sign here? 5 minus 6. So 5 minus 6 is minus 1. So minus 1 y, which you can write 5x minus y. Correct? Did you understand? So basically, it's same as what we did with the constant. You have to just keep moving this variable with the answer, subtraction of the constant. So don't get tricked that it's asking me to add, so I will put plus here. No, it's not. Just look for the answer of 5 minus 6. It's minus 1, so it's minus 1y, which is like y. You can write 1y is written as y, because if you multiply 1 to anything, that thing will not change. Okay, now let's take one more example, and that will make it easy. 6x minus 7y plus minus 3x, okay, minus 5y. Okay, so what you have to do, it's same thing. Find the expression with the same variable, 6x minus 3y. So apply the, now 6 plus minus 3. So basically you have to do this. 6x minus 3y, it means, and you have to sum it. So 6 plus minus 3, correct? And here for y, this is for x, and for y, what is there? Minus 7 plus minus 5, correct? So basically you have to apply the sum to the constant, okay? These two constants and these two constants. And then find the value. 6 plus minus 3 will be, you can write 6 minus 3, correct? Yes or no? Yes. So this is 3, and then here minus 7, again minus 5, which is minus 12. Okay. So now I know the answer. So this one is 3x, and then this one is minus 12y. Got it? No confusion? So basically, when you are adding or subtracting, we'll take another example for subtraction. When we are adding, we have to look for the expression having same variables, and then add or subtract whatever is there, do using those two constants or three constants, whatever, depending on the number of expression you have, and same for the another variable, and then at the end write the answer. So for like this is how you can solve without getting confused. So here you have 6 plus minus 3, which is 3, minus 7 plus minus 5, which is minus 12. So your answer is 3x minus 12. Now let's take an example of couple of examples involving subtraction. 3x plus 7y minus 4x minus 3y. Okay, what we have to do, again this one and this one. One more thing. Okay, so let's say I can write this expression like this: 7y minus 3y plus 4x. Both are same thing. Okay, don't try to sum these two. To sum or subtract, okay, you have to make sure they have the same variable. If it's x, it has to be x. So this means you have to subtract 4x from 3x. Okay. Similarly here, you have to subtract minus 3y from 7y. Don't get confused. Okay, this expression says 3x and it says 3y, so I will say 0x. No, don't subtract or add the expression in having different variables. Always make sure you have the same variable. So 3x minus 3y you cannot subtract. but you have to do 3x plus 4x and 7y minus 3y. Because both are same. So this one 4x minus 3y is same as minus 3y plus 4x. Correct? Okay, now coming back to this example. So as we learned in the previous addition example, what we have to do? For x what we have? 3 minus 4. And for y what we have? 7 minus 3. Correct? 3 minus 4, 7 minus 3 for y. So 3 minus 4 is minus 1, and 7 minus 3 means we can say 7 plus 3 if we take out minus 3 out of this bracket, so that will become 10. So this one is minus 1, so minus 1 x, and then here what is this? This is plus 10, so plus 10 y. No confusion? So what sign you have to write here? Depending on the sign of this final answer. Don't get confused by this minus sign or this minus sign. Solve the expression, first solve for the constant, and whatever sign the constant has, you have to use that sign here. So it has plus sign here, plus 10, I used plus 10. And this one has minus 1y, so I wrote minus 1y. Okay? So this will be minus x plus 10y. So which you can write like 10y minus x. It's same. Let's take another example. 6x minus 3y minus 5y plus 8x. Okay. Now, do we have to subtract these two? This one? No, because this is x and y, and this is y and x. We cannot subtract. So what we have to do? We have to rewrite it 6x minus 3y minus 8x. See, what is the sign of 5? It's plus. So I will write 8x plus 5y. Okay? Got it? This is the operation I have to apply to 8x plus 5y. This is not 8x minus 5y. Minus is in front of whole thing. So that's why it remained 8x plus 5y. Now solve it. For x, what I have to do? 6 minus 8. And for y, minus 3 minus plus 5. Correct? So 6 minus 8 is minus 2. And here minus 3. This will become minus 5, which is minus 8. Got it? So here we can write what is the sign of this guy? Minus 2x. And what is the sign of this? Minus 8y. So let me recap this one. Don't get confused if you have different variables. Here you have to change the position. Don't try to sum 6x with 5y or x expression with different variables. Make sure they have the same variable, and then look for the constant and solve like this. Once you solve multiple examples, then you don't have to do, you can solve in your brain. But since you are learning right now, just write x, and what I have here, 6 minus 8. For y, what we have here, minus 3 minus plus 5, and solve for that and write the final expression using theirs with their sign. So both have minus sign, so minus 2x minus 8y. Okay. Now what if we have more than 2 variables, say 3x plus 5y minus 2z, okay, and then 3x plus 7y minus, or yeah, minus 4z. It's same. It does not matter how many expressions are there in the given how many terms are there in the given expression. There are 3 terms, 3 variables. So you have to do the same thing what you learned for the 2 variables. Make sure you are adding or subtracting the expression with the same variables. So 3x with 3x, 5y with 7y, 2z minus 2z with minus 4z. Okay, that's what you have to do. And if we have another variable, let's say 5 n plus 2n, so then n with n, 5 plus 5 plus 2. Okay, don't try to add or subtract terms having different variables. Always make first thing align them based on the variables, and then apply the addition, subtraction, whatever is there in the given question. Okay. Now let's say another thing. 5x minus 7y. If I say add it minus 4y, there is no x. Okay, second expression does not have x, only y. So in that case, when x is not there, what you have to do? If you multiply 0 to anything, that remains 0. Okay, so I can do one thing here, plus 0 times x. Okay, if I multiply 0 to x, it's 0, and if I add 0 to anything, that thing will not change. So if you have one expression with 2 variables and you are asked to add second expression to this first expression, which had just one variable, you can do like this, 0 times x. So now I have to do 5 plus 0 for x, and then minus 7. Solve it like you are learning right now, so I will not use the shortcut. So I will do 5 plus 0 for x, which is 5, and for y, minus 7 plus 4, so minus 3. Okay, so answer will be 5x minus 3y. Okay, yeah. So sometimes given expression might not have the same number of variables. It can have like this example, or what if you have extra variables? Let's say for 4y and 3z. I don't, here I have 5x and 7y, here I have 4y and 3z. So 3 different variables, but both expression they don't have the same variables. It's same thing what we learned previously. We'll add that variable. So I can write this one as 5x. So I don't have z here. So let's write 5y plus, if you add 0 to this expression, it will not change. So 0 times z, and then here you can write it 0 times x plus 4y plus 3z. Now, is it perfect? No? Now you have to do the same thing. For x, 5 plus 0. For y, minus 7 plus 4. For z, 0 plus 3. So this will be 5, this will be minus 3, and this will be 3. So the answer will be 5x minus 3y plus 3z. Got it? So don't get confused that one expression has two variables and the other expression uh, they they have like different variables. In that case, you can add 0 to both the expressions and then find the sum. Yeah, once you practice several examples, then you will not do that, because you know, okay, I don't have x here, so 5x will be 5x, and I don't have z, so 3z will remain 3z. I have to just apply mathematical operation on these two guys, so this will become minus 3y. Once you practice like several examples, then you don't have to multiply 0 with x and 0 with z to make it the same. Okay, but since you are learning, this is the way you can solve. Okay, should we talk about division and multiplication? Okay, let's talk about it next time. So you got, should I recap everything? Okay, I think you got it. But still, let me recap it. First thing, make sure both the expression have terms with same variables. Like if one expression has z, another does not have z, you can plus 0z, you can do plus 0z, okay? That will make it same. So you get 5x plus 3y, 2y plus 3z. So you can make it like a 5x plus 3y plus 0z and 0x plus 2y plus 3z, and then you can apply the sum already, sum or subtraction, whatever it is asking. Okay, this is one thing, and always sum or subtract the terms with the same variable. Do not try to, so you can do 5 plus 2x, you can simplify this one, but 5x plus 2y, it's already in the simplified form, so you cannot simplify it. So this one will be 7x, but which is like simplified form, but this one is already in the simplified form. So, okay, I think you got the idea I wanted to do. And next time we'll learn multiplication and division.